Hi Sagittarius, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jennifer Fawn. If you're new here, I do weekly tarot readings. I channel the messages. I do not use the traditional meaning of the tarot, so I do not show the cards. I use the sexual magic tarot. Some of the images are graphic, and I just don't know enough about YouTube to know if it's okay or not. So it's pointless anyway, because if I get if I do two different readings and I pull the same card, each reading will get a completely different message for the card. I see, hear, feel, and know the messages. And this is just kind of a way to really like get me in the zone. With all of that said, please make sure you give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, leave me a comment if it resonates with you. I love getting feedback from you guys. All right, I'll do 3 more shuffles for Sagittarius. What's that? A little bit of confusion. Okay, I feel like somebody's feeling like they're left out in the cold or forgotten about or being left behind. 2 people could be going in 2 different, directions from each other. There's a lot of, I'm feeling like your heart is torn maybe between 2 people. You love each other or you love both people, but you just feel like maybe you're not on the same page, or there's something that's pulling you guys apart. This plant is tickling me on the neck, saying hello. Somebody could be having a hard time sleeping at night because they're so in their head, they're so in their thoughts. One person could be feeling like someone's out having all this fun and they're just at home alone. Yeah, I'm definitely just sensing that there's 2 people and they're not seeing eye to eye, like at all this week, okay? So, someone might be sending messages or texts or emails or reaching out to you with offers of love, and the other person's just kind of maybe not responding or not sure or looking in a different direction or just keeping themselves busy. And I think that's because they are confused about something, they're unsure about something, or something from their past is like infiltrating is what it feels like. It feels like someone from their past is putting on a show or making them feel like all the feels or bringing back their feelings. Or they're back in the area, or they're moving towards you. I just feel like there's something about this just feels like a cycle that's been going on and on for so long. And it's almost like one person should realize that this is the same old thing over and over again. Like, when are you gonna get it? And the person who's doing all the game playing, just like that, it's like they enjoy knowing that they can keep doing it over and over and over again. It's like until you stand your ground and say, like, no, this can't go anymore. Like, it's just going to continue, because it's like almost like they just get off on knowing that they can continue to do this. Let's see. I'm feeling like there's some sort of a celebration or something going on. 2 people, there's 3 people here, okay? There's the one person who's feeling left out, and feels like they're being moved away from, or the person that they care about is moving into an old direction or the same old direction, but not with them. And then there's the person who's moving away and a person from their past who's playing games, pretty much playing games with them. And I almost feel bad for the person who keeps just allowing this person to play with their heart, because it definitely just feels like a game to me. But back at what I was saying, I feel like there's a gathering or there's a get together where you may run into this person from your past. And you may, this might be something that happens, like you may end up in the same place as this person, and it's like they may have been like texting you or reaching out to you and saying all these things to you, but then when they're like in your face or at the same place as you, they're going to be acting like they don't see you. I almost feel like almost ignoring you, and you're going to feel like, what is this? This is like a whole new dynamic to the game. Like, oh, we're both here, but we're going to pretend like we don't see each other. We're not going to talk to each other like we don't talk to each other all the time. That's almost how it feels. It feels like a game. To me, this very much is an energy of like a game. And someone is very much in their feelings about this. Somebody feels bored. Somebody may have like a little bit kind of addiction to drama, I feel like, in this situation. Like they just love being able to get a rise out of people. It's almost like they know, or it's the way that they feel like if they can get a rise out of people, they know that they care about them. It's very like immature energy, like, oh, everyone's jealous, or everyone's, you know, I got them in their feelings. Or even if it's negative attention, like texting maybe like negative things, it's like they know that if somebody's doing that to them, it's because they care. Because if they didn't care, they would just ignore it, you know, type of energy, like it's not even happening. If this is something that's going on and somebody's in the dark about it, it's definitely going to be coming to the light, or they're going to find out that this is happening. And it's really just going to be making them feel like embarrassed almost, or like, really, like we're doing this again. Because I feel like a person in this dynamic is turning away from the person who's actually good for them. The person who's, it's like they're going towards the games of manipulation, and the person that is really good for them is just kind of sitting there like, oh my gosh, like again, feeling like they're not good enough. Like, when are they going to see me? I'm putting in all this work for what? They don't even notice me. I'm doing all this stuff. It's like they're just addicted to the drama. They always go towards the drama. They're always interested in what's going on with the drama. And that maybe that you feel like this person who's feeling down in this situation is the mature person who's offering the real love. Just, they may not even be at this get together or gathering, or, because I'm just seeing like people dancing, music and dancing, and it feels like, yeah, like, yeah. And this person who's feeling not seen is probably not even there. They're kind of in the dark. They may be feeling like they're being used as like to get a rise out of the old partner or person or situation. Almost like a tool, like, oh, it's just, can you just use me like to get a rise out of people, or to get a reaction out of people, or like I'm just on the side for you to like manipulate to create a situation where you feel like someone really wants you from your past or something. I can't explain it. That's the energy I'm getting. There's definitely an energy of like, there's a person who's like more social and out, and then there's the person who's more like, let's just stay home and cuddle, and feels like that's the only real time they get to see them or be with them, is like when it's just those two. And then this other person has like this whole life outside of that dynamic, but it feels very much separate. It's like two different people, two different lives, two different situations. You'll know how this applies for you, Sagittarius. This could be you being the person doing all the manipulation and talking to two people and one person feeling like you don't see them and you causing the drama and getting a rise out of people and playing games because somehow that makes you feel in control. And I think that's because you feel out of control. And I feel like the best thing that you could do for this situation is just reject the person that keeps coming back or keeps playing with your feelings, because then that makes you want to play with other people's feelings. Someone needs to stop the cycle. Someone needs to stop the games from happening. It's, you know, Scorpio season. It's time to let things that are meant to die, die. And we don't have to have all the drama for those things to happen. Sometimes it just needs to be clear communication. And if you have this new person in your life who's really offering you love, it's not really fair to them for you to keep dragging them on. You need to be clear with them, like, this isn't really what I want, or I'm not really moving in that direction, and be clear about that and stop the game playing so that they can go find the happiness that they deserve. And if this is what you want to move towards, is just to keep playing with each other's feelings and being, it feels a very immature, like emotional, immature game. If this is what you really want with someone, then, you know, go ahead. We all have the freedom to make our own choices. But I'm definitely feeling like that person is just doing it for the same reasons. Like, they just want to know that they can still manipulate you and control you, which forces you to then manipulate and try to control someone else. It feels very drama fueled, like tit for tat, like I'll show you, or two can play this game, or I don't know. It just feels, the energy I'm feeling is just that, like, it just feels petty and immature and something that I'm not, it's like a lower vibing energy. And I just keep getting the sense that somebody just gets bored all the time. Like, they always need to be doing something on the go, something. And they may even be unaware that they, you know, like the drama, or the drama makes them feel cared about, which is, I feel like it's subconscious. They might not even realize that they have like an addiction to drama, because if there's not drama, they don't feel like they're being seen or loved or cared about. That's just how I'm feeling. There's a lot of, like, it feels like there's just a lot of head games going on, and there's two people playing a lot of head games, playing a lot of games with each other's emotions, and then there's just, I feel like there's just one person sitting on the sidelines, like, hey, I'm just over here trying to offer you real love, you know? I don't feel like you really see me, like, you just enjoy that, you know, that I love you and care about you, but, like, that's like it's like feeding your ego. It's like just knowing that I'm here and that I'll be here. So I just feel like somebody needs to, like, put their foot down and be like, enough is enough. Enough is enough. I'm not playing the games anymore. You go do that, have that experience, go back to that, but I'm not gonna be sitting here waiting anymore for you to figure it out, because it's like they've witnessed this cycle over and over and over again. And there's a lot of passion there, but somebody's seeing past that because there's something about the drama. It, like, gives them something to talk about, gossip about. It's like they don't know how to have deeper, more connected, meaningful conversations. It's kind of like feeling like drama driven. Like, or maybe that's just the way that their life has always been, and they just don't really know how to operate without this sense of, like, there's always a problem, there's always drama, there's always some kind of something happening in their life, because they don't know how to just be like, hey, what's up? It's like maybe they've learned through life, like maybe they have family members around them that they witness all the time, like gossiping, being two-faced almost. Like maybe they have like a parental figure that, like, socially has like a lot of people over their house, dinners, involved in a lot of stuff, and everybody's like, oh, catching up, how you doing, all that. And then as soon as the people leave, they just gossip, or they witnessed them like gossip to another group of people about all the stuff that they just found out from this other group, like a gossiper, like a, oh, what did my grandma used to call them? Busybodies. I just saw her. Aww. She had this one friend all the time who would always call up and rest in peace, grandma. She was bedridden. She had diabetes, and we were always over there, you know, taking care of her and all of that. And she had this one friend who would always call her on the phone and ask her all these questions, and she would just be like, oh, she's just a busybody. Or she would stop by the house to see her, just kind of like to get information, and she knew that she was going to go gossip about it. I don't know, Sagittarius. It feels like the energy feels very like a lower level, immature, kind of manipulative, drama fueled, like it's a very like middle school type behavior. I can't explain it. I'm sure you know what I mean when I say like middle school type behavior. It's like all that energy, like as adults, we're just like, oh my God, when you think back to it, like, oh, it was so exhausting. Like, what was that life back in middle school and high school? You know, it just feels very immature and petty. And it's like, that's just how I'm feeling, because it also feels like I feel like giddy and excited about it. Like it makes me excited. Like I can't, like I'm so excited because it just gives them something to talk about. But it's like they create the drama. They're creating the drama, and then they're gossiping about it. Like, oh my God, I can't believe so-and-so. And it's like, yeah, well, that wouldn't be happening if you didn't do this. It's very much like that. Or so-and-so's not talking to me anymore because of this. Well, then why did you do that? It's a very like, yeah, I mean, we all are the creators of our environment, right? We all create the situations and stuff around us, but this feels like maybe they're not even aware of that they do that. Maybe somebody's calling them out on it. Like, what do you mean you did that? So that's why that happened. Or maybe somebody's going to call someone out and just be like, why are you always like the center of all the drama? I don't know, Sagittarius. I hope this resonated with you. This could be you or the person you're dealing with. And I hope that when I check back in with you guys next week, that we'll be getting a totally different energy, because this just feels like a little bit exhausting. And you know that, you know, when you're like in high school and middle school and it's just you coming from school and it's because sometimes you feel so heavy and exhausting. It felt like that for me every day. But yeah, like this isn't an energy that, it feels like a very like surface type energy too. If this resonates with you, leave me a comment down below. And thank you guys so much for watching. My throat is acting up now. Somebody might be feeling like they need to speak out, or they can't speak out, or something's going to be spoken out, or something's going to come out, or they're finally just going to say how they really feel. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next week.